I don't think former President Obama is guilty of anything but what any or every other president of the United States has done or doing. Barack Obama's presidency, 2009-2017, was deeply symbolic for the Black community and the African diaspora, marking a historic moment as the first African-American president of the United States. However, when evaluating tangible benefits, the legacy is nuanced. Here's a breakdown from a Pan-African philosophical lens, grounded in material, symbolic, spiritual, and systemic realities. Symbolic and psychological impact. Benefit: a global shift in Black identity and possibility. Obama's election shattered a psychological barrier. For millions globally, especially youth in the Black world, his presidency served as proof that power at the highest level was possible. It ignited hope, redefined Black excellence, and influenced representation across media, politics, and academia. For the Pan-African world, it raised questions about unity, diaspora ties, and the role of African-descended leadership in global politics. But symbolism alone cannot dismantle centuries of institutional harm. Policy gains, modest but real. 1. Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. Over 3 million more Black Americans gained health insurance, reducing the racial healthcare gap slightly. That is 3 million out of 39 to 41.5 million Black people, and 41 to 46.5 million people that identify as Black during his presidency. It banned denial of coverage for pre-existing conditions and expanded Medicaid, a lifeline for Black communities. 2. My Brother's Keeper Initiative, 2014, aimed to uplift boys and young men of color through mentoring, education, and employment support. Though underfunded, it sparked local programs nationwide. The My Brother's Keeper, MBK initiative, launched by President Barack Obama in 2014 after the death of Trayvon Martin, was designed to address persistent opportunity gaps faced by boys and young men of color, particularly Black boys. From a Pan-African lens, its effects and affects on the Black community can be assessed both materially, effects, and spiritually, psychologically, affects. Effects: tangible, measurable outcomes. 1. Programmatic expansion. Across the U.S., over 250 MBK communities were established across cities, tribal nations, and counties. These communities implemented mentorship programs, job training, early childhood education, and violence prevention efforts. Examples include partnerships with Big Brothers, Big Sisters Cities United, the Obama Foundation's MBK Alliance, post-2017. 2. Educational improvements, localized. School attendance, graduation rates, and access to college prep slightly improved in select MBK cities. Pilot programs in cities like Chicago, Oakland, and NYC helped reduce school suspensions, boost third-grade reading levels, and improve post-secondary enrollment among Black and brown youth. 3. Private and philanthropic investment. Over $300 million in private capital was pledged, e.g., from the Bloomberg Foundation, Citi Foundation. However, critics say much of this funding didn't reach grassroots organizations or wasn't tracked for impact. 4. National MBK Alliance post-Obama. The initiative continued through the Obama Foundation, supporting projects like MBK Rising, national summits, brotherhood programming, local policy reform support, police accountability, school equity. Effects: psychological, cultural, and spiritual impact. 1. Restored some visibility to Black boys. In a nation that often criminalizes or ignores Black male youth, MBK affirmed their value and potential. It normalized mentorship, healing circles, and community leadership among Black men. Obama speaking directly to Black boys had a powerful psychological resonance globally. 2. Critique: neglect of Black girls and women. Many Black feminist scholars, e.g., Kimberly Crenshaw, criticized MBK for excluding Black girls and failing to apply an intersectional lens. It reinforced the young Black male savior narrative, sidelining the unique struggles of Black women and LGBTQ+ youth. 3. Not a systemic solution. MBK targeted symptoms, not root causes, such as mass incarceration, underfunded schools, or structural racism. Critics called it a band-aid on a bullet wound, useful, but insufficient. Pan-African reflection. Was MBK revolutionary or reformist? Metric outcome, empowerment. Moderate, uplifted local youth and leaders. Systemic disruption low, did not challenge power structures. Cultural healing moderate, sparked community dialogue, inclusivity lacking, sidelined Black women, girls, and queer youth longevity ongoing under the Obama Foundation. From a Pan-African perspective, MBK represents a reformist effort rooted in hope and mentorship, but lacking in decolonial urgency or true structural transformation. 3. Criminal justice reform, limited, reduced sentencing disparities between crack and powder cocaine, disproportionately affecting Black men. Commuted 1,127 sentences, many Black nonviolent drug offenders. Advocated ending solitary confinement for juveniles in federal prisons. 4. Economic recovery post-2008. Crash stabilized the economy, which prevented further Black wealth erosion, though Black households recovered slower. Enforced regulations on banks that were exploiting Black homebuyers, e.g., mortgage fraud. Criticisms and missed opportunities. 1. Avoided directly targeting Black suffering. Rarely addressed reparations, police brutality, or Black-specific policy beyond broad racial justice language. Preferred a universal uplift approach, benefits aimed at all low-income groups, not Black people specifically. 2. Ferguson, Trayvon, and BLM-era silence. Took a reserved stance during pivotal moments in Black suffering, criticized by grassroots activists for not forcefully confronting police violence or white supremacy. 3. Africa and foreign policy. Drone strikes in Somalia, military expansion via AFRICOM, and regime change in Libya destabilized key African regions, seen by Pan-Africanists as serving imperial continuity rather than solidarity. Pan-African evaluation. Was Obama a win? Spiritual impact, yes. He uplifted global Black self-perception. Material uplift, mixed, some gains mostly through general policies. Liberatory alignment. No. His administration largely upheld Western imperial systems and avoided systemic Black liberation work. He was a symbol of what could be, not a tool of what must be done. Conclusion. President Obama inspired the world but governed cautiously. For the Black community, especially from a Pan-African worldview, he represents the tension between representation and revolution, symbol and substance. His presidency must be understood not just by what he did, but by what he chose not to do. Former president believes in American democracy, which is in direct conflict with Black liberation or Pan-Africanism. Did former President Obama commit these crimes suggested by Trump? In my opinion, it is possible. He is an American politician, and we Americans know very well through history that American politicians cannot be trusted to protect the American people. Just look at the current president and the history of presidents in the United States of America. All Truth by Hey Neighbor Z. With Zimran Truth, aka Patrick Jamison. Please follow, like, subscribe if you are a person of truth. May the truth set us free.